You think you're ready to be king? You start the game as Simba the cub. To survive and grow into a powerful adult lion, you must perfect your savage pounce, reckless roar, and master fighting with all four paws. If you survive the challenge, you'll grow into a strong, ferocious adult lion. So prepare to scrap with hyenas, blast through an elephant graveyard, battle an in-your-face stampede of trampling wild beasts. And you'd better quit hanging with slackers like Timba and Pumbaa, unless you want to be scarred from bugs for the rest of your life. Are you sure you're ready to be king? Then it's time to cut loose in the deadliest one-on-one brawl ever. Defeat your evil Uncle Scar, recapture the Pride Lands, and reclaim your rightful place in the circle of life. The Lion King was released by Virgin Interactive in 1994 on the Super Nintendo. It was also released on the SEGA Genesis. Both games are almost identical. Remember, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps out this channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how is The Lion King today? Let's find out in this review of The Lion King for the Super Nintendo. The story follows the movie quite well. You get to play a lot of the scenes that were in the movie. But the one thing that's disappointing is that there are only a couple of scenes from the movie. So if you never really watched the movie, then you might not know what's going on in the story. This game is an action platformer game in which you can control Simba through different scenes from the film. The introduction level is the Pride Lands, a fun and relatively safe area filled with variety of enemies, bonuses, and long drops. It is here that the player must be convinced that the game is too easy for them, as the levels can be beaten in a matter of minutes by simply pouncing up the rocks to the far side of the level and defeating the hyena. However, from level 2 onwards, the game gets a little more difficult. You must roar at monkeys in a level which features puzzle elements in the form of monkeys at change direction to face the other way. There are usually a set of monkeys in each section of the level, and only when all the monkeys are facing the right way can Simba progress further. Replacing a puzzle element in level 2 is a 3D chase down a Dust Canyon path in level 4, the Stampede. This is where the difficulty amps up a lot. This level features crowds from wild beasts in the background which are running quickly towards the screen. And the player must move Simba left or right to avoid being trampled on. Rocks are frequently seen in the level and only increase the difficulty. It can get very frustrating. Some other levels in the game do suffer from being extremely difficult. The level named Be Prepared is one of them. In this level, lava drops and rocks frequently fall down from the ceiling, while enemies like the panther and hyena prowl across the ground. As if it wasn't enough, bats constantly flutter in different parts of the level and hit Simba in different directions, making some sections, like when Simba has to cross a massive lake of lava on a tiny platform, extremely difficult. Despite the difficulty, most of the levels are well designed and fun to play. The controls are similar to other games on the Super Nintendo. Anyone who has played games like Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country will have no problem easily grasping the controls here. The D-pad is used for horizontal direction movement, while pressing the buttons are used for jumping and attacking and roaring. The roaring is a nice touch in this game. It can stun certain types of enemies, making it easier to defeat them. There is of course a health meter as well, which can be refilled by picking up different types of bugs scattered throughout the level. As with the movie, the story of Simba takes place at 2 different times of his life, as a cub and an adult. The first 6 levels of the game feature Simba as a lion cub who jumps, pounces, and swings his way through a variety of levels. The controls here are relatively basic, as Simba has no advanced attacks moves beyond that of a small roar and the ability to jump on top of enemies to defeat them. From level 7 and on, Simba is a fully grown lion, and as such, the controls have changed. Many more attacks can be utilized, like the standing swipe, double swipe, and in the final battle, a throw attack can be used. The graphics in this game felt really close to the movie. All the levels are based from different scenes represented in the movie. Most of the levels in this game are just 2D platform levels. Then you got the Stampede level that you play as young Simba in a front view perspective towards the camera, racing away from the stampede and avoiding rocks and incoming herds in the process. Besides all the levels in this game, the animation of the characters in the game matched their personality in the movie quite accurately. Young Simba had a weak roar, but it got stronger once he matured, and while the hyenas look mean and tough when first encountered, after a few chase or jump around, they would stop and hold their breath for a while, just like in the movie. One of the most memorable things about the Lion King movie is that it had an awesome musical score. You could just hum these songs from The Circle of Life all the way to Can You Feel the Love Tonight. The video game offers the same score as much as the movie does, and a good quality.
Cool.
Besides the awesome tunes in the game, the sound effects featured here are all taken straight from the movie, such as young Simba's cub and adult lion roar, and those footsteps in the herd of the Stampede level. Even Mufasa, Scar, the hyenas, Timba, Pumbaa, and Rafiki all had at least one speech line in this game, all ripped right from the movie.
Kill him. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
As a video game tie-in to a movie, this game is pretty good. I really enjoyed it despite it being extremely difficult at times. Once you get used to this game, it will probably take you about an hour to beat. Though it's not really a long game, it can get extremely frustrating at times. It really pushes the hardware of the Super Nintendo to its limits. Besides the actual main levels, there are some bonus levels which sometimes pop up after you completed a level to build up on lives, continues, and scores during your playthrough. Although this game is short, and since you can't play as other characters besides Simba in the main game, but you get to play as Timon and Pumbaa in the bonus stages. It's also quite disappointing that some other movie characters like Nala, Zazu are nowhere to be seen in the game. Overall, I still really enjoyed this game a lot, despite its difficulty, and would still recommend it. The Lion King for the Super Nintendo gets a 4 out of 5. So what did you think about The Lion King for the Super Nintendo? Please leave comments below to share your thoughts. That would do it for this episode. I will be doing live streams throughout the week, mostly games from the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, and sometimes on Tuesday nights I do a retro game night live. Okay, I want to thank you for watching, and if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up for your support, and I will see you here on the next episode. Have a great day.